work with, because when I first took this mask out of the box, the hair was very stiff, going down, you know, Indonesian, Yanomamo Indian style, Brazilian Indian style. And so right now I'm just going to slowly start getting the grain of the hair to move back by fluffing it up a little bit. And that way we're going to have a more of a filled in slick back look that will be able to stay that way, especially once I start applying gel. And a final step is I'm going to take a comb here that has rather thick teeth spaced apart and kind of start combing it back. Okay, any excess hair you should keep, because it might come in handy later. Okay, at this point we'll go ahead and apply some of this extra thick gel. Okay, I'm just taking a big glob here and going to rub it into my hands. And if anybody has had long hair and slicked it back, it's the same kind of principle, although the hair on this mask is probably a lot tougher than most people's hair is. So it's going to take a lot of gel. Actually, this is my own hair gel. I'm going to have to go buy another bottle by the time I'm done with this. So just kind of getting started here. Once this stuff dries, you're pretty much molded into place. So I'm just going to get a lot more in here, gob a lot more in the back and on the sides. You really want to try to fill in the spaces and really get a lot in there, because once it dries, you know, it'll stay hard for however long you have this mask. You know, you're going to want to keep the mask in a box or a plastic bag. Okay, so one of the problems with the Spock mask is the hair is kind of long, so I might end up cutting some of this hair on the bottom later. We're just focused now with the top and the sides and getting that nice and gelled down before this stuff dries too much. It's not as important to have too much on the back. You might remember in a lot of the Rob Zombie renditions, Michael Myers' hair actually came and covered half his face in a few scenes because it was quite loose on the back. Okay, so I'm going to just continue to work with this. This is a problem. There's a lot of hair, excess hair coming down on the back of the neck. The Myers actually does not have tufts of hair that closely into the back. So what I'm going to do is carefully cut this, being really careful, trying not to put a hole into the actual mask. They put this stuff on there so good, a lot of times you cannot rip it off without it actually tearing the latex. You can get some alcohol to loosen up that glue and pull it off, but I'll go ahead and cut it off for now and then show you my result. Okay, so as you can see, I've cut around the back of the neck, and now I'm just kind of pulling off some of the extra tufts and back to remove some of the body of the hair. The Myers mask he has a lot of hair, but not quite as much as this. And also you notice I'm keeping the hair over here in a separate pile, because this stuff we're going to need in the very next step. Okay, so the hair's coming along really good. That's more to the Michael Myers style. The additional latex stuck on the side, don't worry about that. We're actually going to be painting that black or dyeing it black in a few more stages. It's actually good to have that. It provides the sort of dreadlocking that I spoke of earlier. And the one remaining thing to do is there's a bit of a bald spot on the top now, and also the front is slicked back a little bit too much like Elvis Presley or Fonzie. Meyer's hair definitely was more spiky on the very top. The back and sides look great. So what I'm going to do is just take some straight Elmer's white glue here and some additional tufts of hair, some shorter pieces, and proceed to just glue them in the bald spots and also kind of spike them in around the front, as well as add additional glue around the overall wig so that it lasts for years. Taking short tufts of hair and gluing them more on the top and the front, so on the end we'll have more of the spiky effect. See very short pieces here, sticking them on top. Even though the hair is too dry now for the Myers look, once the glue dries, we're going to go ahead and do a final hair gel for it to restore the truly spiky look. Okay, here's the mask. The glue and the hair gel has dried, and I actually like the hair a lot how it is. You can see I added a lot of tufting to the top, nice spiky look in front, and on the side you can see it's coming down off the back, as in many of the movies, particularly the Rob Zombie movies. And so I don't want to tinker with this anymore then by putting gel in, because that's probably going to flatten it out. So what I'm going to do instead is take some super stronghold hairspray and spray it into place. I'm going to spray quite a lot so that this lasts for, ideally for years.